Hello to all my friends out there. And so I want to thank you guys for all the comments, and I am considering all the comments too. And this week, the ones that I read because I was on a working kick were really good. And one of the comments that really stuck with me was, one of the comments was the in-laws were German, and it was known of during World War II, the starvation and desperation for oil was so extreme, they used, try to use motor oil. So I was thinking, you know, no essential oils is starvation. So, you know, you don't want to ever get into a state of starvation. So I have some raspberry zinger tea. I like this one. And I like sugar and milk in this kind of tea. Sometimes I put fruit, but sugar and milk is really good. Let me show you. I buy this for $1 and I stockpile that. I stockpiled 8 various milks. Okay, one of the ways that we get fat in the diet is milk. But if you don't have any milk, and you don't have any oil, and you don't have any cheese, and you don't have any meat, it would be so bad. I think I shared during the Depression, my family didn't have a lot of meat. This is, you know, when I first started the tea, I was a little resistant towards fruit teas, but actually fruit teas are some of the best teas there are. So one of the reasons you'd be miserable, like in my family, you'd be very miserable with no meat because you would have no gravy, for one thing. That'd be very bad. Okay, so I was thinking about the stockpile, and I was thinking, okay, you have to store some oil. And I told you guys my neighbors, you know, borrowed some oil. And I thought, wouldn't it be so horrible if, you know, things got bad and your neighbors came to the door and said, do you have some oil? And you couldn't give them any oil. That'd be bad if they don't have any. So I will be finding some really big containers of oil. And I'm thinking, you know, on oil, I'm taking no chances. I'm buying enough for 1 year. Other sources of oil would be nuts. So I will buy nuts this month for my stockpile, and I bought these cashews at Walmart for $2 and these mixed nuts at Dollar Tree for $1. And then another source is olives or olive oil. And I bought these at Grocery Outlet on sale for 79 cents. And you know, you don't really think about it, but oils, olives contain, you know, olive oil. And then the other good thing is these sardines or kipper snacks, and you can have those with a vegetable and some white rice. So, you know, I'll be stockpiling, let's see, I'll get kipper snacks, salmon, tuna. That's probably what I'm going to get for now, but to make sure I have at least 1 or 2 servings per week. And I posted a good recipe for tuna burgers and salmon burgers, and tonight I'm having herb chicken. I bought 10 pounds chicken, 10 pounds ham, and 10 pounds beef patty mix. And one of the comments was, well, you don't like soy, so what are you doing with these beef patty mix? Well, I am not looking to eat soy, but in the event that I was broke, I would go for beef patty mix for $2. You know, did you ever think you can buy chicken $1 a pound? You can buy ham $1 a pound. You can buy pork roast sometimes 99 cents. but you aren't finding hamburger for $1 a pound. $2 a pound is the rock bottom. And you know, I think the best thing is a varied diet. Some beef, some chicken, some fish, some pork, not leaning too heavily on any one type of food. I think that's the best way to go. And so that is why, you know, I bought 10 pounds of beef patty mix, because I want to make sure that I'm not running out of food. I'm taking no chances on running out of food. And so this month, you know, I have a pretty small freezer, and so I couldn't fit as many frozen vegetables. So at 99¢ only, they had sauerkraut. And you know, you've seen me cook a lot with this if you follow me. And well, I made it was apples and carrot salad, and one of the comments said try adding beets, and I thought, yeah, that sounds good. I really appreciate that comment too. I really appreciate all the comments, and all the comments are good, you know. I take into consideration all the comments. You know, I will still keep the bottles of lemon around just in case I run out. But you know, if I can find lemons, one of the followers said, well, why don't you get real lemons? And I thought, yeah, that's a good idea, but I don't want to run out. But I will. I have been buying real lemons, and they go a long ways. So I bought all these cans of vegetables, 50 cents each. And so next month, I plan on 8 cans of vegetables, and four packages of frozen vegetables if I can fit them. And now that I know Grocery Outlet has these vegetables for 50 cents, you know, these are good storage items anyway. And so you know, and one of the followers said they buy their food by the month, and I have saved a lot of money. And another thing I noticed is I really had no idea exactly how much food I need for a month. And so the food I bought was way over the amount I need for a month. So, okay, so it was really, really cheap. And so now I can probably make it through almost another month with the food I bought. So I will eat all the food that I have bought before buying more, except for like the stockpile food. I like to buy food for the stockpile a little bit. I usually, you know, I think I'm going to stay with this two cans, and except for like in the oil. I'm looking for the big ones. And another thing is those big cans of powdered milk. That's another thing you don't want to be running out of. And I was thinking, you know, this is so awful, you know, these shootings that keep happening. And so, in my opinion, most likely what is going to happen is gun control. One way to control guns is to make sure you don't have any ammunition for your guns. So, you know, just make sure you have enough ammunition. And the other thing probably going to happen if this keeps up is martial law. And so, you know, I'm just saying, don't have a panic attack. That's not going to do any good. But, you know, play it out in your mind. Okay, why do we need martial law? Well, one of the reasons is food shortages all over the world. So just make sure that's not you. You know, be smart anyway. And another thing is, it saves money. And, you know, pile your money up if you can. And so, God bless you all.